Anaconda is one of the largest snakes living on our planet. Encountering it always causes a storm of emotions, from genuine fear to excitement and interest, especially when you're not prepared for it at all. This is wildlife, and in this episode you'll see the rarest moments featuring anacondas and other snakes caught on camera. Let's go! Traffic regulator. The snake just decided to regulate traffic on the road. You know, it did it very well. At least no one around was in a hurry to go around it, and all the people observed the speed limit. A group of people was driving 2 cars off-road. Those in the front were the first to notice the snake lying on the roadside. It looked sad, without any energy at all. But as soon as the car got close to it, the snake jumped on it and tried to bite it. Maybe it's not a sign of aggression, but just defense. Because when the driver backed up and let the other car go forward, the snake did the same thing to it. It probably thought that people might attack it, and that's why it behaved that way. What do you think is down there on the bottom right? Maybe some kind of hose or a giant stick? No, it's not as simple as it looks. It's a giant anaconda that fell down the drain. Of course, the snake couldn't get out on its own. The current was too strong. It had to rely on the outside help, and it came to it. Kind people came to help the anaconda with a big box in which it was planned to put the snake. However, the snake didn't realize it, and that's why it behaved so aggressively. Thankfully, the men had enough experience to deal with it quickly without hurting the animal. The following clip is dedicated to all those who did not believe in the existence of Titanoboa. In a Brazilian river, people filmed this long, massive snake that stretched almost the entire width of the river. Of course, this creature was more than 16 feet long, which means that it wasn't the anaconda, which is familiar to all of us. That leaves only Titanoboa as an option, the ancient big creature which was famous for its colossal size. Do you think the horror of the past can still be alive today? Or is this just a sophisticated fake? Write in the comments, what do you think about it? Did I allow you to shoot me? That's probably what the snake said to the author of this video. And you know, I understand it totally. It's very frustrating when someone shoots you for their content without consent. However, I don't react the way the snake did, but I should. I wonder if this video is real and the anaconda purposely jumped on the cameraman at the last moment. Or is the video staged? What do you think? You know, one time you watch a moment featuring anacondas and you think that these creatures are stupid. Another time you watch them and you start to think they're intelligent. They understand a lot of things and they do things for a reason. This video caused me the latter feelings because now you'll see everything. People were boating on a river in Brazil and they happened to see an anaconda hiding in a tree. It was very calm, it showed no emotion at all. It sat like this on the tree, curled up in a ball and watched the people as if seeing them off. Well, these giant anacondas are beyond comprehension, but let's leave them alone. I suggest we check out some other snake moments now. They're worth seeing too. Don't disturb it. A swimming pool, warm weather, lights, night. What could be more romantic and pleasant than such an atmosphere? It seems to me that these are just perfect conditions to take a dip in the water and then lie down and think about something of your own. And it's not only humans who realize this. A snake has decided to do it too. So far, it's at the stage of bathing in the pool, but people do not let it do it in peace. They immediately get their cameras, shoot something, try to disturb the snake. When, if not at night, when should the snake do it then? A gift from heaven. That's what happens when you're expecting nothing and no one, and a surprise falls right on your head. Well, it wasn't really a surprise, it was more like problems falling on their heads. People were in their house for a long time and couldn't understand what kind of strange sounds were coming from their attic. At one point they noticed a tail and immediately realized what was wrong. They called a snake removal service and they quickly began to eliminate the threat. They got the snake out. It was hiding exactly where the tenants thought it would be. Everything seems fine, except I'm worried about what they're going to do with the ceiling. If you showed this footage of the inside of the house to someone, they might think that there was some kind of fight, robbery, major renovation, or room-destroying video being filmed. But in reality, it's much simpler than that. It's a matter of the tail of one giant snake that snuck inside the house and started crushing everything it could reach. Yes, of course, it did it not on purpose, but because of too large size. But this does not relieve the snake of responsibility. The poor girls who live in that apartment didn't know what to do. The slithering creature literally evicted them until a snake removal service arrived there. If you were worried about the ending, everything ended well. The snake did not have time to destroy anything valuable. It was caught and, without causing harm, placed inside a bag in which it was later delivered back to its native environment, away from the homes of ordinary citizens. Open it! I need to get there urgently. This is how people who are in a hurry to visit the restroom but someone's already sitting in it may shout. However, sometimes it's better not to hurry and rush anyone, because behind the door there may not be a person at all, but, for example, such a huge, no, even anomal snake. How did it end up in the restroom? And why was the door closed? Did the snake really learn to close it behind it? It seems to me that after such an encounter, whoever was in such a hurry to go to the restroom doesn't want to go there at all, if you know what I mean. I think I finally figured out how that snake could have ended up in people's restroom. It snuck into the house through a pipe. Here, look, another creeping creature that wanted to break into someone's house without warning was caught by a snake removal service. I wonder if there's any way to deal with this kind of problem. Maybe put some guard inside the toilet or around the pipe. Well, or pour something inside to scare snakes away. If you have your own ideas about this, be sure to share them in the comments. A kite is something kids love to play with. What's more, adults don't mind flying it at all. Walking along the streets of the Philippines, people noticed something in the sky that looked like a kite. And then it dawned on them. It wasn't a toy at all, but a full-fledged and real snake that magically climbed up a pole and hung on the wires. I couldn't believe that snakes could get that high before. And now I don't even know how to escape them in case of emergency. They'll get you anywhere. Wow. While I was telling you all that, a huge snake fell to the ground from a height. Luckily, it survived. But it was definitely a nerve-wracking experience. Look, I think I figured out how snakes climb electrical wires. Just take a look at this video. The snake first climbed up a tree, crawled across it to the very top, and then demonstrated its gymnastic and acrobatic skills to those around it. I wonder why these creatures do such things. Do the wires serve as a shortcut for them to a new tree? Or do they think they have a better view from there and can hunt faster and more efficiently? What do you think? Make yourself at home. At the beginning of the video, it's clear that the man is not very happy to encounter the snake, which got into his house through the door and started looking around for something to do. But perhaps it wasn't like that at all, and the man was running not out of fear but out of joy. He wanted to bring the snake some tasty food as soon as possible to show his hospitality. Be that as it may, the second encounter between the man and the snake did not take place. The latter changed its mind about resting in the house, turned around and slithered away on its own business. Calmness. I wonder if the people on that train were purposely not reacting to the snake so it wouldn't bother them. Or is it their local mascot? I just don't quite understand how you can be in the same room with a snake, stand just a few feet away from it, and be as cool as a cucumber. Either there's something wrong with these people or I have some kind of misconception about snakes. The next video started more than positively. It was night outside. The wind hardly touched the green grass outside the house and everything was very calm inside. But at one point, this idyll was broken by a random, creeping, impudent creature that wanted to sneak inside. Fortunately, the doors and windows were securely closed and the plan failed. But the cameraman still managed to capture the criminal on camera. Keep in mind, if this sly face is near you, you can expect anything from it. That's all, guys. Which snake moment surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching and see you later.